Alright guys and girls, so now we have the final logical operator that you could use inside the where clause in order to filter your data, and that is the like operator. It is a little bit more complicated than the others. Don't worry about it. I'm going to explain that step by step with examples. So once you understand it, it's going to be more easy and fun to use. So in the other examples with the where clause, we always define the whole value, the complete value in the where clause. But sometimes you might be in a situation where you still don't know the values. You are searching for some values and you have like a pattern at your head. For example, you are searching for customers where their name starts with M. So here you don't know the whole value, you are searching for something and you have a pattern. So you could use the like operators with a pattern in order to find those customers. Or there is a lot of values at the database or in SQL where it's going to be almost impossible to define all of those values in the where clause. So instead of that, you're going to define like a pattern and you tell SQL, I'm searching for something like this. So now the like works like this. It returns true if a value matches a pattern. Otherwise, it's going to return false. So that means we need to build up like a pattern in SQL. And in SQL, we have two tools in order to do that. So we have the %, where we say it matches anything, or we have the underscore, it matches exactly one character. So now let's have the example in order to understand that. So we have the first example, find names that begins with M. That means you know that the names begins with M and you don't care about the other characters. So now we need to build up such a pattern. We're going to write down the M and the percentage. You are saying here for SQL that they begins with M and the others, it doesn't matter. So it could be empty, it could be like characters, multiple characters, doesn't matter. But for you, it's very important that they start with M. Now we have another one. It says find names that ends with N. So that means it could start with anything. So we're going to start with percentage. And it should end with the N. And here you need to be careful that they are case sensitive over here. So there is difference between small n and big N. So this pattern tells SQL starts with anything, but I need it to be ended with N. Now we have the example where you say, okay, it should not be the first or the last. The name should contain somewhere the R character. So find names containing the R. So you are not defining whether they are at the start or at the end. So with that, you could use the following pattern. It could be started with anything, then R, and end up with anything. So here you don't know where exactly the R. The name should contain somewhere an R character. And now the next one, you could be more specific, where you can say, okay, find me the names that's containing the R, but exactly at the third position. So it's a little bit more complicated. And with that, you're going to use the underscore. So with the underscore, you say, okay, the first position could be anything. The second position could be anything, but the third should be exactly the R. And afterward, it's going to be anything like empty characters and so on. So with that, you are mixing those two tools, the underscore and the %. So now we're going to go more in details and more with examples in order to understand how Okay, so now we're going to go and deep dive in each of those examples and explain for you what is going on in the database or in SQL once you define those patterns. So the first example we have find names that begins with M. Our pattern is M and %. That means anything after that, we don't care about it. It should start with M. And in our database, we have those 5 values, those 5 names. And let's start one by one. So Maria, it starts with the M. So that means it is matching our pattern. So SQL gonna return for that a true. The next one, we have John. So the J over here is not matching our pattern. That means SQL gonna put false on it. Then George, the same thing. It starts with G and not matching our pattern. It should start with M to get like true. So we have false for that. Martin here starts with M. That means it is matching our pattern and we're gonna get for that a true. And the last one, Peter, we have P and it is not matching our pattern and we're gonna get false. So if you define those patterns in the SQL, you will get those true and false from the database. Okay, so in the next example, we have find names ends with n, small n. So our pattern is like anything, the percentage, and then small n. Let's go through the names. So the first one, Maria. The database is gonna check the last one. Okay, the last one is A, not matching our n. It's gonna reject it. It's gonna get false. So we have John. John has the last character n, and it is matching our pattern. Database is gonna put true on it. So the second one, we have George. George end up with G. It is not matching the pattern. False. Martin N, we have true here, so the last character matches our pattern. And beta, we have the R over here, it is not matching the pattern. So if you run such a pattern on your database, you will get only John and Martin as a result. So let's find the next one. So the next one says find names and containing R, and we didn't specify anything for that. Somewhere should be R. So the pattern, it says %R%. That means somewhere there is an R. So with the Martin, somewhere there is R. So here, over here, we have the R, and it's gonna return true. With John, there is nowhere an R. Like there is no character over here with the R. That means the database is gonna return false. George, we have over here an R, so it's gonna return true. Martin, the same. And better as well, the same. So as you can see, if you like start with the percent and end with the percent, the database is gonna find somewhere your character and it's gonna return it as true. As you see here, Peter ends with R, Martin in the middle somewhere there is R. So here you don't care about the position, where is your character. Okay, so now we come to the final one. It says find names containing the R at the third position. Here we are very specific. We are saying exactly the third should be the R. So in order to do that, we will not use the percent in our pattern. We're gonna use the underscore. It says the first character could be anything. The second character could be as well anything. But the third character should be exactly the R. And after that, it could be anything. It could be empty, like bunch of characters. We don't care about that. So let's go through our values and see how the database is going to react. So Maria, it starts with M. It's okay. A, it's okay. The third should be R. And we have here match. Afterwards, like it doesn't matter. So this is a matching to our pattern. So Maria going to get a true from the database. The next one, John, like the first two characters are okay, but the third one is not matching the pattern. It is the H, that's why we're gonna get a false for that. The third one, you can see the third position is O, as well not matching our pattern. Martin is matching because we have the first character is M, could be anything. The second one as well A, and the third is R. So this is matching our pattern. The rest could be anything. So that's why Martin is matching exactly our pattern. The last one, beta, doesn't match our pattern because at the third position, we have the T. So with that, if you run such a pattern at your database and you are specific with that, you will get only Maria and Martin as a result. So now as a next, we're gonna go deep dive in examples. Okay, so now as a next, we're gonna learn how to write SQL statements using the like operator in order to understand the syntax and to solve those 4 tasks. So we're gonna start with the first one. Find all customers whose first name starts with M. So as usual, we're gonna select star. No specifications about the columns. Our table is customers, and now we have to filter the data with our pattern. So where clause, the column that we're gonna use in our pattern is the first name. Then we're gonna write down the like keyword. After that, we're gonna specify now the pattern. So it starts with the high comma, then big M, %, and then close it with the high comma. So with that, we specify the pattern for the like operator, and let's run it. So as you can see in the results, we got those 2 customers that have a big M at the start of the first name. So this is how we're gonna do it using the like operator. So the next one, it says find all customers whose first names ends with a small n. So we're gonna have the same stuff over here, but we need to redefine the pattern. So hoch comma, high comma, that was in German, and then anything like the percent, and then small n, then close it. So let's run that. And as you can see, we got those two customers, John and Martin, because they have their first name and they end up with the N. All right, so now to the third task, it says find customers whose first names containing somewhere an R, small r. So let's do that. So we're gonna have the same setup over here, but we need to change the pattern. So high comma, then percent, small r, percent, then high comma. With that, as I said, you are not specifying any position. Somewhere should be an R. So let's run that and check our query. You can see here, Maria has an R somewhere, George has an R somewhere, Martin and Beta. So we got those 4 customers, but John, we didn't get him because he don't have an R in his first name. Okay, so now to the last ones. The task says, find all customers where the first names containing the R character at the 3rd position. So here, the same stuff over here, we need to change only the pattern. So high comma, the first character should be anything. So underscore, again underscore, the second character could be anything. And here we define the R. And then we say anything after that. Then high comma, it's only once. So we write down here the pattern after the like, and let's run that. And as you can see, only Maria and Martin, as we discussed that, containing the 3rd character, the R. So with that, you have those 4 examples with the like operator. It's really fun once you start like practicing with that. So try now, I would say, to make some pattern at your head and try to write it down and see how SQL gonna react that. Only with the practice you're gonna get some good results and you're gonna like understand it.
Alright, so that's all for this chapter. We have learned how to filter our data using the where clause and many important operators. In the next chapter, we're gonna step up the level where we're gonna learn how to combine our SQL tables using joins and union. And in the video description, you will find a link to free SQL materials like the database and the data of this tutorial, the SQL cheat sheet, and as well all the presentations. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye.